The middle path Dartling Hydra Rocket Pods got a buff in the recent update where now it has double damage at 2 instead of 1. So today to showcase the power of this upgrade now, I will be doing the 2 million pops challenge with it, but not on an easy map like Logs Cubism. We'll be taking on the intermediate level map Rake. And this map has some significance because according to the BT6 index, Hydra Rocket Pods has never completed the 2 million pops challenge on this map before, so we could be the first completion. So without further ado, let's see if the Hydra Rocket Pods can do it now. And for the start, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do the classic submarine and beast handler start. These are staples in the 2 megapop start because they don't steal pops later in the game. Since submarine can be upgraded to submerged support, and beast handler can be upgraded to microraptor, which you can just target off the screen and that won't steal pops. Does that defend? It does defend round 1. I have a feeling though I'll need to buy more defense before I can actually get my Dartling on the field. Dartling costs 920. It's not super cheap, but it's not super expensive either. We also brought Geraldo, which is pretty much the staple hero in 2 megapops. Round 8, it looks like I am going down here, unless the submarine can hit some crazy snipes. Actually, submarine is hitting some crazy snipes. We've got 575 on hand now. There's no way I'm defending this round though, is there? Yeah, okay. What about twin guns? Okay, it looks like twin guns defends. Yeah, that's good. I think I can finally get the Dartling on the field with this setup. I could honestly try to go for Geraldo first, but Dartling before Geraldo is what I'm thinking. And I have to actually consider my Dartling placement, so we'll turn off auto start and do it after this round. Because there's a couple things I can think about. One, I could place it here, which has some decent lines of fire for like this straightaway. You gotta think about the way the Dartling projectiles fly. I could place it all the way in the right corner, which is the farthest back as possible, but then it doesn't really have good lines of fire for much of this. I'm thinking right here is actually the best location, so we'll do it. Honestly, all 3 of those spots probably would work though. It most likely doesn't make a huge difference. And now that I have the Dartling on the field, target this guy away. It's exactly the purpose. We don't want it attacking the balloons. Alright, Geraldo is getting placed at the end of round 16. We're gonna place it all the way in the corner. You're not gonna be able to see him due to my camera. But I mean, Geraldo is not really that important. The entire purpose of this guy is just his shop at the end of the day. And now I guess the plan is start upgrading the Dartling. I was trying to think of if I want to upgrade the Dartling or get submerged first. But if I get submerged too early, I'll probably just die to the balloons. So maybe get like a 220 Dartling first. We're going to be getting the laser shock path on the Hydra Rocket Pods, by the way, which I'm pretty sure is the better cross path in most cases. Ooh, I'm going down here. Okay. All right, maybe get focus firing and use a jar of pickles from Geraldo. I don't want to use Geraldo shop too much in the early game because it's pretty much just money down the drain, but if I need it to beat some rounds, that's totally fine. And it looks like that is allowing me to defend here. I guess I could have also let my Microraptor help without the jar of pickles, but I feel like that wouldn't have made the difference. Yeah, 23 goes down. We're on round 24. Camo Bloon, Dartling has camo detection. I think we're chilling now. I need lead popping though. Lead popping for round 28. I'm not sure what to do with that. First of all though, I need to be round 27, so I got laser shock on my Dartling. And does this defend? I feel like it should. It's close. Come on. Oh my gosh, that's gotta be able to defend. Try it again. It looks like we're good, yep. Okay, lead balloons this round. I was thinking an alchemist would be good, but the problem with the alchemist is gonna steal pops later. And I wanted to wait for the alchemist placement ideally. I do think that's the best option though, given how much money I have. We'll do alchemist. Hopefully it has time to pop every lead balloon down with this location. I'm dead, yeah. For the alchemist to defend, I would need to place it somewhere up here, which is a very problematic spot. This would steal an insane amount of pops later, so honestly, it might be worth for me to restart and have a slightly more optimized early game. I'll catch you guys back. Alright, we're back with a better optimized run. I would like to say I used 0 Geraldo shop items in this early game, but what I did instead was upgrade my beast handler to an Allosaurus, which allows me to defend the balloons pretty easily, and it has lead popping power too, so yeah, should be pretty solid. We are beating round 27 here. Then round 28 leads, I think this should be able to handle, right? I also merged it with one other beast because I just needed to do that to beat some of the rounds, but it's not that bad because it allows me to actually target this super far away once I get some solid defense. And that'll steal 0 pops even against MOAB class balloons. Another reason why I think this is a good play is I don't want to get the Alk buff for my Hydra Rocket Pods early at all. You ideally in these 2 megapops challenges want to delay your Alchemist by as long as possible, because the Alchemist does steal a lot of pops. Okay, so the HRP costs 4,860. I was thinking I'd just save up for it now, but I was wondering, since it is a decently expensive 3rd tier, maybe something like a discount village first could be a pretty good greed play. But it's probably going to be very difficult to pull off, because we are going to start to struggle against these rounds here. You can already see the balloons push a decent bit on round 34. So I don't know. Honestly, let's use some items on my Dartling then. Pickles and Sharpening Stone. Does that allow me to defend? Extra damage, extra pierce. Pretty much an Alk buff at home. Let's see. That actually made a big difference. Okay. Around 36 pink balloons actually go down too. And I have enough for Hydra Rocket Pods at this point, by the way. But again, I'm going to try to go for that village first. So if I do get that village down, how much do I need? 4,130, which should be afforded mid-round here. I'm almost there. There we go. Perfect. Now this should do some insane damage. It's going to be doing 3 damage right now with laser shock damage added because it got buffed to do 2 default, and then I have the pickles on it as well. I'm feeling comfortable now. Probably could just save up for that submersion support and start to submerge you. Let's do it. Perfect. Round 39 goes down. We've got the round 40 Moab now. It does take the long path on this map, which is nice. I don't have enough money to remove that obstacle yet, though. So this actually might run through. Yeah. In that case, we're going to unsubmerge my sub and get a little bit of help from the submarine. And maybe have slightly better Dartling targeting, too. I feel like I don't need a huge help. Yep, that made the difference. And now I can remove this. Okay, a little bit of a tedious early game, but I'm feeling comfortable now. Before I upgrade this guy to Jungle Drums, I'm actually going to go for a 2nd discount village, which might seem crazy, but it'll make sense why I'm going for 2 later. And that'll discount the Jungle Drums upgrade. Alright, ceramics here. Probably have to do a little bit of Dartling targeting. This is not necessarily the best map for Hydra Rocket Pods. Typically, the single lane maps work better because you don't have to like switch your Dartling pathing between the tracks. But the nice part is there are a couple convergences in areas where the Dartling can hit both paths, so it works out, I think. All right, what do I want to buy next here? We've got Jungle Drums. The reason why I want to go for 2 discount villages is because this one is going to be a middle path village later, Cold at Arms or Homeland Defense. The other things I want is definitely the Alk buff. Don't want to go for Alk buff early, though. I think something like a Glue Gunner is probably a good idea, especially for these fortified ceramics, which are giving me problems. Wait, we did defend them, though. Let's go for a glue right here. Double discount. And we'll get 032. This is going to be a glue storm later. Oh, by the way, let's get a check on the pop stolen. We have 3K on the submarine, 2.6 on the beast handler, and 345 on Geraldo. So basically 6K pop stolen. It is actually quite a bit for the early game to get stolen, but I feel like at least for a while we won't have any more taken from us. So that should be good. All right, got another glimpse out of Moab here. This should be a lot easier than the first one. We have more defense, yeah. Alright, so Glue Storm is going to be my next save up. 17K, it's not that expensive. You might be wondering why I got the Glue Storm with the bottom cross path, because it actually got buffed in the recent update with the top cross path, which now gives +3 damage instead of +2. But the reason I got it for the bottom cross path is because with the top path, it actually does pop balloons. So you need bottom path in a 2 megapops challenge, not steal pops. Let's retry this round though. I think all I need to do is time my glue strike better, because last time I didn't glue any of the back ones with it. Now I glue. And that should make the difference. Geraldo cleans that up. We're good. Alright, it's looking like if I beat this round or maybe the next couple of rounds, I should have enough cash for that glue storm. That's the plan. Let's glue strike now. It's gonna hit all 3 of those Moabs. Can I pop this one? Man. Okay, I think my Dartling targeting was actually better this time too. More optimal. And our ability timings were better. Come on. Glue strike. We did it. Nice. Stole the round out. We want to get our ability back off cooldown. Alright, let's get the glue storm up. Perfect. Pickle on the Dartling does appear to be working. Come on. Just a couple more things to defend. Alright. Last Moab. And a couple ceramics. Clean up the ceramic. Nice. Moab. Please. Glue storm. No way that defended. Let's go. Glue Storm came in clutch. Okay. What do I purchase next? That's the question of the day. Maybe Overclock? That's one thing I'm definitely thinking about. I think before we do Overclock though, I will actually get Primary Mentoring, which does reduce the Glue Storm ability cooldown by 15%, so I'll just have a lot better uptime with that. Oh yeah, look at the difference with Glue Storm. Not only does it give us extra +2 damage against everything, which is huge, it also slows down all of the balloons, which helps me out an insane amount. Fortified Moabs. Target the right one first. Okay. Slightly better Dartling targeting. I think we're good. Barely. And ideally, I get the Glue Storm off cooldown as much as possible for 63. That didn't really happen. Okay. Well, 63 might be a doozy. Come on, Glue Storm. Well, with Glue Storm active, we're tearing through. Not really. Try that again, I guess. Glue Storm now. Don't pop everything at once. Okay, we're good this time. Second wave got obliterated. Third wave, I need to get the Glue Storm back. Come on. Perfect. Defend. I think I'm good. Let's go. And stole the end of the round again to get the Glue Storm more off cooldown. Definitely want to get Overclock in here next, though. That is important. I feel like our damage just isn't very much. This is going to be a really difficult 2 megapops, I'm now realizing. Do I go for the Alk buff now? It honestly might be the time for the Alk buff. Let's do it. Stronger Stimulant. I think this is the longest I could have waited. Pretty much. Without losing my sanity. It does make a pretty significant difference, as you can see. But if the balloons make it far, then the Alk buff damage is also significant. Like this got, well, it only got 28 pops that round. Okay, so far after I got the stronger stimulant on the field, the rounds actually haven't been too difficult, which is good. Also haven't really used Geraldo items. I don't think any of the Geraldo items really would help me at this point, besides maybe Jerry's Fire. I kind of forgot Jerry's Fire was the thing. But the Dartling is so far back on the map that it wouldn't really make a huge difference. Either way, I think you need about, what? How much do you need for an Overclock? Maybe 17k in total price? So that's what we're saving up for. And one other thing we've got to keep in mind is we're going to lose a lot of pops in round 100 because the Hydra Rocket Pods doesn't really have BAD damage, so also a concern of mine. Where's the best Overclock spot, though? Probably, I mean, every location I think will steal pops, unfortunately. Even if I put it up here. Wait a second, somewhere like this actually might be the best location. I think that can still reach ZOMGs, but that shouldn't steal that many pops. Let's see if it reaches this BFB. I doubt it. We use Glue Storm as well. Yep. Actually, it might not even reach ZOMGs with this location. Feel like there's a chance. BFBs go down, though. Not that difficult. And the other nice part about the Overclock is this is a tier 3 tower. So it literally has, I think, 150% uptime, which means I could theoretically like juggle the Overclock between like my Dartling and Moab Glue if I wanted to Overclock something else. Just an interesting observation. All right, round 75, use Glue Storm now. Lots of BFBs this round. We're dealing with the first couple pretty easily. 2 back groups of 3 BFBs actually are getting straight up annihilated. Yeah, look at this. In round 76, we got to be on the first attempt because we have the Glue Storm active right now. So let's not die to these regrow ceramics. That was easy. Not bad. And now for the next purchase, I'm honestly thinking we go Coda Arms, right? It's either Coda Arms or I get some slows in here like Bloons Sabotage and maybe Absolute Zero. But something like Absolute Zero steals pops, so ideally you want to delay that and go Coda Arms first. Round 78 though, those ceramics get annihilated. The Overclock honestly probably should have been bought before Glue Storm. Actually, well, I'm not sure. Fortified BFBs, okay. This is our biggest weakness right now, single target damage. We did actually pop those fortified mobs really quickly though. Overclock. We're good. speaking about single target, we have the ZOMG to deal with. So I'm actually curious, if I use a glue storm, like does the debuff stay on the ZOMG the entire time? Because the glue storm ability dies off, but then the glue sticks around for a bit. Let's see. It does actually stay on the entire time. How much longer does it stay on? When does it go off? Well, actually at this point, I can't tell if it's, I don't know. Because the glue actually might have just attacked it straight up. Either way, that is interesting. And am I dead? I am. Try this again. Come on. The totem is actually knocking back an insane amount of balloons. I'm not gonna lie. Wait. The glue didn't hit that. Oh my gosh, I'm dead. I'm dead. No, I'm not. Wow. That is crazy the amount of work one totem just did. Let's save for cold arms. I need, what, 9k more? I feel like that shouldn't be that difficult of a save up. We do have super ceramics to deal with now, though, which does complicate things. Looks like the Dartling still tears through them, though, which is a nice sign. Yeah, super ceramics are actually looking pretty easy to defend right now. Okay. As I say that, we get obliterated by the back end of this round. Alright, try this again. I'm going to focus the left path first. We've dealt with most of the left path. Now I focus the other path. This is definitely the way to do it. Okay, don't pop those BFBs yet. We want to leave them around until I get Glue Storm back. Or just deal with this first. Now we Glue Storm. And I should be good. Wait. Okay, we didn't really stall that round much, did I? I think we've given up... How many on Geraldo? 7k on Geraldo. Wait. Oh no. That is the biggest problem. Geraldo should have been placed in like the left corner or somewhere to not steal any pops. I did not realize Geraldo was popping like that. That's actually probably what's going to cost my run here. Man. Who let Geraldo get so many pops, bro? I didn't think he was built like that. I'm very upset about that Geraldo placement, though. Very, very upset. Oh, wait, we have ZOMGs to deal with here. This is a problem, round 2. ZOMGs are the weakness of mine. Try to hit both of them at once with the Hydra Rocket Pods explosions. Okay, first ZOMG is going down pretty easily. Nice. I think I'm okay here. Do I need to cold arms this? I'm gonna guess no. If I Glue Storm? Oh, we're actually completely fine. Nice. We've got 4 ZOMGs this round, so definitely want to sabo these. And use cold arms early. We'll focus the right ZOMGs first. I think I'm dead against this round. Glue Storm. Cold arms. Sabo. How am I defending these two? The answer is I'm not. Dang. I feel like I need to get a mob glue in the front. That's one thing that's necessary. We'll do it. And I'm also going to camo potion this to give it more range. Okay, that one glue gunner definitely has given me a lot more time to pop these down. I feel like I'm ahead of schedule, but I don't know. Glue Storm. Not having cold arms for this part, though, is definitely a problem. I get cold arms back, though. We're chilling. Let's go. 87 goes down. We have DTs in the next round, though, which I am a bit worried about. Glue Storm? Does the Glue Storm carry over for the DTs? Please? Ice those? Okay, we are getting destroyed. What is going on here? Does the HRP like actually need to be in the cold arms range? I didn't think it would need to be. Or does it just do like no damage against DTs? That might be the problem. Okay, I'll try using a rejuvenation potion this round. See if that makes a difference. I can sabo the DTs, which is probably what's necessary. Yeah, with every ability going, I think we're good. We are good. But man, rejuvenation potion sucks to use. Is there any way I could avoid doing that? I don't think so. But just how my abilities worked out. I'm hoping I can afford absolute zero by around 95 because those DTs are going to be difficult, but I don't know what it'll end up looking like. Also, I feel like I'm super dead this round. 92. ZOMGs and everything. Creepy idols. Okay, this is the best attempt yet for the start. We ended up defending all of the fortified mobs pretty well. Just keeping my Dartling targeted diagonally worked out. Now we've got the ZOMGs remaining. Snowstorm. I definitely need Call to Arms here. The ice will help out quite a bit on the cleanup, which is nice. I'm not going to get Call to Arms in time. Can I defend all of that? Snowstorm. Sabo in a second. We're good. Okay. And we'll have Call to Arms for the second group. Well, the thing is, though, then I don't have it available for 93 DATs. I still gotta use it, though. There's no way I'm defending these otherwise. Okay, I stole his round out. Told him here. Please. I need my abilities back. Like, desperately. Creepy Idol, please do some work. Okay, this Creepy Idol is actually saving me the run here. I'm not gonna lie. Yes. What a play. In all honesty. What a play. So we'll overclock. I'll Sabo. I'll Glue Storm. And then I'll Call to Arms. I should be fine here. I mean, I obviously could have used a Rejuvenation Potion to get my abilities back, but that's expensive. You really don't want to do that. Yeah, I make 7,600 this round, which means I'd end up at 19k. Man, if I didn't use that one Rejuvenation Potion, I forget what round I used. Oh, on round 90. I would actually have enough for the absolute zero after this round. That's what's going to cost me here. I'm pretty sure. Missing out on that one Rejuvenation Potion. How are we looking against 94, though? We're looking okay so far. Snowstorm. Let's get a Call to Arms here. We're actually low-key shredding. Unfortified stuff is not that bad for the most part. I think I'm dead here. As I say that. Man. Does that mean I just go for like more Sabos and just say don't get absolute zero? Alright, so I ended up spending about 30 minutes just to beat round 94 because, yeah, it actually was very difficult without an absolute zero on the field. What I ended up doing was getting a second Sabotage, and then along with the second Sabotage, I got an Arctic Wind on the left-hand side, which you can see here, and upgrade to Snowstorm mid-round because I get that income. And then with two Snowstorms being cycled with some decent Dartling targeting, the Jerry's Fire on the Dartling, and the Sabotage is being cycled as well, we did get down to 2 ZOMGs remaining, and here's the live commentary again. Okay, I think this is it. We're looking the best I've looked yet on defense so far. Only one ZOMG remaining. Come on. Let's get these abilities back. Snowstorm. Snowstorm. I'm going to wait to Sabo the BFBs. Sabo. Overclock. Call to Arms. Blue Storm. And we're good. Stole the round. Stole the round. Oh, Jerry's Fire is ruining that. Now we've got 95 to deal with, and I have 0 abilities off cooldown. Lucky for me, there's just a bunch of balloons at the start, which gives me some time. But I am very worried. No, I'm actually getting like pretty much all of them off cooldown. That's good. Blue Storm. Snowstorm. Call to Arms. I need to keep my Dartling targeted on this diagonal, I'm pretty sure. This is the way this needs to go down. Snowstorm again. Wait on it. Now. Sabo again. The Dartling's actually doing a pretty good job. Wow, I did not expect to do this well. I guess I was Call to Arms helping me out. And now I struggle on the back end, but that's definitely possible. I think this is the best I've looked so far. We used Call to Arms super late this time around, and it paid off. Look at this. Most of the fortified mobs are down. Come on, only a couple left. Dartling, pop these down. Let's go. We've done it. 95 is beaten. I have enough money for something else, which I don't even know what I want to add. Round 97 does show us our weakness to single target, though, pretty easily. We are struggling to pop these guys down. Call to Arms. Sabo. I'm so dead. Okay, what do I get for the FCMG layer then? I think what I need to add to the mix for this round is a mob shove. That's the only thing that comes to mind. It's unfortunate because this does get, I think, quite a bit of pops, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? The nice part about the heli is it kind of stole the top one enough to the point where both the ZOMGs are now getting hit from the Hydra Rocket Pods at the same time, which didn't really happen beforehand, so I appreciate that. Alright, pop the first one down pretty quickly this time. Snowstorm. I should be good here. It looks like we are. Let's bring the heli down here. Second ZMG is going down. Snowstorm. Abilities. Let's move the heli away so I stop getting pop stolen with it. And I should be fine here. How many pops did I get with the heli with that one round? 4,700. Yeah, you can see, like, that's just a lot of pops stolen. Okay, the big round. Round 98, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We're gonna sab off the rip. Overclock you. We're gonna micro snowstorms. I'm probably gonna use a rejuvenation potion this round too. We use the rejuvenation potion after I kind of use all my abilities. Or maybe just wait till the back end of the round. I can probably do that too. Wait for a while. Come on. Overclock my Dartling here. The rejuve potion's mostly for the cold arms ability to come back at the end of the day. So cold arms ability now. And now we'll use it. Okay. How am I looking? Not great in all honesty. Sabo. I think I'm completely dead here. Huh. I might need to like double rejuvenate, but the problem with that is I also want to leave myself enough cash for a spike storm for round 100, which is necessary. So I can't really do that. Maybe I use Genie Bottle on round 100. Maybe that's what I'll need to do. I'll try double rejuvenate. Alright, this is definitely the best attempt yet. We're looking pretty good. I didn't even use a jar of pickles, which hurt me for the fortified BFBs, but it's going to help me in the ZMG defense, I'm pretty sure. Having no pickles. Because the way pickles works is it slows down the attack speed, obviously, and at a higher level gives you extra fortified damage, which I think mathematically is good for fortified, but bad for unfortified with how much damage I'm dealing. Either way, here we go. When do I call to arms? Now, maybe? Snowstorm. Focus this path first. Nice. Overclock. Heli down here. Snowstorm, or no, Sabo rather. Okay. Glue Storm. Sabo. I think I'm good. Snowstorm. Snowstorm. Let's go. Finally taking down 98. I definitely got an insane amount of pops stolen though. I'm not going to be close to 2 million, guys. It's unfortunate. This is just, I don't know if it's possible on this map. Or maybe I took a wrong route with my defense, but you know, it was a valiant effort. It's still this is still a good showcase, I think, of how strong the Hydra Rocket Pods is, because Hydra Rocket Pods has done some pretty crazy work here. It's a third tier tower, you gotta remember. And actually, I'm dead here. Wait a second. Alright, Snowstorm, Blue Storm, Overclock, Snowstorm again. I'm looking so much better this time around. This definitely is it, right? Yeah, we're good. Perfect. Alright, so what I'm gonna do with the genies is place them both here. Get a jungle drums for them. And the plan with the genies is pretty simple. I place them on the left because genies don't actually have map-wide range. So this way they're gonna pop the BAD down early, but then the BAD will exit their range and I can hopefully get a lot of pops against the ZMG insides. That's my thought. Let's see. Okay, slow down the insides. Wait. Sell this now. Oh, I can't sell. It's chimps mode. What am I thinking? We're gonna pickle the genies now to reduce their damage. They are technically kind of still in the range a little bit, but that's fine. Sabo. Sabo. Wait on the snowstorm. I think I'm good here. Finally have beaten it, but man, that was rough. 1.896 million pops. I honestly think that was a pretty good showing, given how difficult this map was for the Dartling. But in all honesty, there you go, the Hydra Rocket Pods, ladies and gentlemen. There's my crack at the 2 million pops challenge on a pretty hard map. What was the biggest popper? I think Geraldo, yeah, 72,000 stolen from this guy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I honestly hate ending videos with a failed run, so I ended up retrying the entire run and wanted to see if getting an absolute 0 inside of the defense made a difference, because that was like the main plan, to save for the absolute 0, and obviously I couldn't get it before round 95, which I thought was kind of the threshold for getting it, so I ended up retrying this time around with Geraldo in the top left-hand corner, Dartling in the bottom right-hand corner. I think these are slightly better placements. And with this run, I actually do end up saving up for that absolute zero after some really difficult mid 80s and 90s rounds. We get up after round 93 in this run, right before round 94, 95, which is fantastic. So that actually makes 96, 97, 98 much easier than they were in the previous run. And then for round 100, I actually took a different round of defense as well, with a Spike Storm, because I was able to afford that instead of the Genie Bottles. However, I think the Genie Bottles actually might have been slightly better for round 100 defense, because I don't think they stole as many pops against the inside. Spike Storm took a little bit longer to pop down the BD than I would have liked. We did still deal with the insides, but I had to use a Blade Trap as well from Geraldo. But in the more optimized run, I still didn't get 2 million pops. I ended up getting 1.958 million. So unfortunately, guys, we weren't able to do it. That was the closest attempt I could manage on Rake for 2 million pops with the buffed Hydra Rocket Pods. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, though. Definitely was a fun one testing out the new buff. And check out these 2 million pops videos if you did as well, and don't forget to subscribe.